Hello and welcome back to another edition of What Doin'. Today we're going to take the 23-mile Rimrock Drive road, take a trip around Colorado National Monument, and I got to tell you, this place is amazing. You don't have to be a history geek to geek out on this stuff, but just looking at something that is 70 to 40 million years old, where you can actually touch the Redlands Fault, walk down a short trail and see where this stuff was 70 million years ago, and experience some of the views and the scenery that we did is just amazing. Right from the beginning of the drive, you'll see amazing sights like balanced rock formation. Look for the desert bighorn sheep in this area, although there's only several hundred left in existence. Okay, here's the PSA announcement and a little caution for you. When the GPS looks like this, it's really cool to be the driver. If you don't want to hear screaming from the passenger seat with these beautiful views, keep your eyes on the road.
I really don't like the lack of guardrails in Colorado. What is up with that? I don't know.
You only need them if you're a bad driver.
The views are beautiful.
Wow.
I'll look. You just drive.
This is the view from what's called Historic Trail Overlook. The ranchers had to move their cows from the lowlands up to the top of the bluff from summer to winter. They would summer in the top and then winter down at the bottom. You can still see a little bit of the trail that they used. It doesn't follow the road that we drove up on. But just imagine trying to herd cows up the side of this cliff to get them up in the summer and back down in the winter. Pretty incredible, pretty hardy people.
This roadway is actually pretty narrow for paths. I mean, it's not your typical 11-foot lane.
Probably the most iconic of all rock structures in the park is Independence Monument. It was discovered by a gentleman named John Otto, who was instrumental in preserving the area and trying to make it into a national park. He married Beatrice Farnham at the base of Independence Monument in 1911, but his insistence to living in a tent close to his animals is one of the reasons they only lasted a few weeks. Then he started the tradition of climbing to the 450-foot summit of Independence Monument to fly a flag on the 4th of July. That tradition continues today. One of the best views is walking down the small trail. If you're like me and you hate heights, this is a difficult trek, but it's definitely worth it for the view.
Okay, I'm just not gonna look. I'm squinting. I'm literally squinting my eyes so I cannot see. No, I'm squinting. I'm just gonna squint and everything looks big that way. Look at that. That is a great technique for those of us that are terrified of heights. I'm 5'2", everything's tall. I can't help it. Oh.
this place kind of popped up on our radar as something that maybe we thought we would go see, but weren't sure if we'd enjoy it. I got to tell you, it was kind of a cross between Canyonlands National Park, the Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce, the Arches, the Million Dollar Highway. Looking at the landforms and the erosion and the way the forces formed this place was pretty amazing. I kind of geek out on some of that stuff at times, but it's just another one of those places that was an awe wow moment. From the coke ovens to the erosions that formed the areas that looked like the coke ovens, just a neat spot. We talked to another couple here from Indiana that were kind of as much in awe as we were. Really cool places to see. Okay, we're about 3/4 of the way through, but there's a great big storm coming behind us, so we're going to kind of scoot towards town. If you come up here, Colorado National Monument, it's a 23-mile drive around Rimrock. I would say 2 hours or more just to stop at the viewpoints and look. They're all kind of the same, but they're all a little bit different. Man, just beautiful. And if you happen to find bighorn sheep, we could spend a half an hour to an hour easy sitting and watching them. So we'll see you at the next stop. Don't know where it'll be, somewhere between here and Fort Collins, but for now, WHATDOIN is on the road again.